Requisites for transformational learning. Theorists argue that it requires a high level of cognitive functioning in order to learn transformationally, to move from one level to the next, so to speak. And two components integral to Mezirow's theory include critical reflection, rational reflective discourse. Critical reflection is a cognitive process and obviously requires an inherent ability to think. There can be no organic problems with the brain itself or a developmental disability of any sort that's going to prevent that from happening, because it includes things such as content reflection, thinking about the actual experience, process reflection, thinking about ways to deal with the experience, problem solving. Is our old way of thinking still valuable at helping us through the present disorienting dilemma, or do we need to look at something to see if maybe something else would work better? Premise reflection, that is that examination of those long-held socially constructed assumptions, beliefs, and values about an experience or problem that perhaps we've encountered a disorienting dilemma and we need to learn how to deal with it in a new way because the old way just doesn't work anymore. Rational reflective discourse is a practice that encourages the formation of different perspectives and the construction of new frames of meaning. However, to engage in rational reflective discourse, especially in the starting out phases of a person's attempts to do so, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world to do. It involves that risk that you're sitting across the table from a peer or a colleague that maybe doesn't have at all, even near, the same understanding, same perception of the reality that you hold dear. So you have to learn how to, and the level of controversy can directly impact that level of discomfort. You have to learn how to not take it personally, not to engage in a war or a debate, so to speak, how to accept another's point of view as maybe something that could be right. Maybe you're not the one that is necessarily completely right in your view of reality. So discourse is dialogue that's devoted to searching for a common understanding and assessment of the justification of an interpretation or belief. Implications for teaching and learning as a result of Dr. Mezirow's theory of transformational adult learning. Implications for teaching: critical reflection exercises must be included in the course curriculum. Things such as journaling and so forth do much to help people look inside themselves and see if indeed they are interpreting the reality accurately, if their action plans to address whatever the disorienting dilemma is appropriate for the situation. And reflective discourse engagement must be supported and practiced in the academic setting. As I touched on earlier, it's not the easiest thing to engage in to begin with, especially for a young learner who is just beginning to engage in such a process. So, as adult learners, in the implications for learning, as adults, learn to critically reflect and analyze their perceptions, action plans can be developed to nurture transformational growth, and adult learners can engage in reflective discourse to build upon their remedial skills at reflecting and communicating and strengthen the transformative learning experience. So, a synopsis of this presentation: transformational learning is that process wherein an individual challenges preconceived attitudes and beliefs and comes to a new recognition of reality surrounding some disorienting dilemma. Habits of mind and points of view, and I do humbly apologize for my bird who is trying to be in my presentation with me. Habits of mind and points of view, or meaning schemes, are two dimensions to an individual's frame of reference. Keeping in mind habits of mind are much less amenable to change than our points of view. There's several theories of adult learning. With these theories can come the real problem that fragmentation can occur as people try to wrap their arms around a theory that best describes them. Critical reflection, rational reflective discourse are prerequisites for transformational learning, and rational reflective discourse always involves a degree of risk. I want to thank you for joining me in this presentation. Again, I would invite my Walden colleagues to please complete the post-presentation evaluation form, which has been posted on the website, the class doc sharing site. And to all, I wish you a very happy and blessed holiday season. Thank you.